Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. This is Anonymous T. Hope you're having an amazing day today. Today, I am recapping Choke No Jokes live that he did about an hour ago. Just some quick hits of what he discussed. So right now, there's two things happening. One is whether or not they are going to lose another juror. So if you'll recall previously, there was an issue before where there was speculation where somebody's relatives had COVID symptoms, but the actual juror did not have COVID symptoms. But now today there is a juror who has COVID symptoms. However, they have not tested positive as of yet of having COVID-19. So the judge asked the plaintiff Cardi B's attorneys what did they want to do and asked Tasha K and her defense attorneys what she wanted to do. And so both sides said that they wanted to keep the juror. They didn't want to lose another juror because then that would bring them down, I believe, to 8 jurors. Because remember, we already lost the one that had that reaction to the Tasha K video. So, and then there's like 4 alternates, but they haven't been a part of the trial since the beginning. And for civil cases, for this case in particular, you need, I think, at least 6 jurors, I want to say. So again, they want to keep as many jurors as possible. And hopefully, you know, this can work. So Cardi B and her attorneys were like, well, can this person get tested? And if they're negative, we can continue through. And also brought up the suggestion if we can have them be in a different room, but still be able to see the video and see everything else that's happening in the courtroom. But the only thing is they may not, I think the court reporter confirmed that they would not be able to see up close the evidence. So I'm not sure if that's something back once the jury deliberates that they could maybe revisit and have access to that particular piece of evidence if they choose to go in this particular direction. So the judge is contemplating on that and will make a decision upon that later. However, they also were back to discussing with the defense all of the evidence and what's admissible and what they could admit into evidence. And there's drama there because if you'll recall yesterday, of course, they were trying to submit into evidence things that had nothing to do with the case or things that they were already, you know, it already wasn't approved to go into the case from the pretrial conference, that the defense was acting clueless, like they didn't know that it was already previously not allowed, and was asking Cardi B's attorneys for help and what it meant and how that could help their defense. But essentially everything's getting thrown out because they were trying to link the Nicki Minaj thing with the shoe throwing incident. They were trying to throw Nicki Minaj into this. They were trying to correlate the Star Marie Jones case, which you can't do because that technically is still an active case. You can't discuss another case with this one. So it's just like they're trying to like paint Cardi B as being violent and all this other stuff, but all of these things they're trying to submit into evidence is not relevant to the case. It's not relative to the spreading of the herpes rumor, the prostitution rumor, and that Cardi B is cheating on her husband. So none of that they're trying to submit is relevant to the case. So all of it pretty much is getting denied. The last piece of evidence that I think they're going through now is one where Cardi B is speaking in Spanglish essentially, and they're trying to equate it to potentially the herpes thing. However, it's not relevant. It doesn't make any sense, and nobody's going to know what she's saying anyways. So it's just a hot mess, and we will, I guess, more to come. So depending on what happens with this juror, it sounds like since all this evidence is not being approved to be admitted into the court to have for the defense, that this case should wrap up by Friday at the latest Monday. But again, we don't know what's going to happen with this juror and whether or not they test positive for COVID-19 and whether or not they need to, you know, quarantine for 2 weeks, which could delay the trial. I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm hoping they can just be in another room regardless, and we can just get this show on the road because it's gone on for too long as it is. Pretty much there's no defense. like your client already perjured herself on the jury. She already admitted that she did all this for clout and, you know, knowingly spread lies because it was making her money. Like you can't defend that. You already exposed yourself the first time on the stand. So let's just get on with it. Let's have the defense and the plaintiff attorneys put in their closing arguments to the jury so that they can quickly deliberate and get this show on the road so we can get a verdict. That is what I want to do. So hopefully that is the case. So the judge is making decisions on that, the last piece of evidence, like I said, and what they are going to do with this other juror. So stay tuned. Let me know your guys' thoughts. React. Again, I will link Choke No Jokes live in here so that you guys can access it for yourselves. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Those of you who are new to my channel, thank you so much for tuning in. I have a playlist specifically to all of the Cardi B defamation lawsuit against Tasha K information, all of the videos that are going on for each day of the trials. We are in day 6. There is a specific playlist for that you guys can check out if you've missed any of my previous videos discussing the case. Thank you so much for everything. Those of you who have been supporting the channel and been supporters, thank you so much for your continued support. I appreciate, I'm grateful and thankful for each and every single one of you. I try to read all of your comments and engage and interact and everything else when I get time. And it is so appreciated how much we've grown in a short amount of time. You guys are awesome. You guys are incredible. Blessings to all of you. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I will talk to you guys again soon.